Hello, my friends. Today is March the 2nd, and this is a reading for you. If this is your birth date, this is a four-card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance, and an outcome or a synopsis card. The general energy card of the year is the offering. So the reflection around the offering is if someone is offering you something of value that you really want to value, then there is an offering required. There is a sacrifice required. There is a giving required that says, I value what you teach me. I value what you give me. I value what you hold for me. And I offer this in its place. There's a tale um, of the Reiki man who discovered Reiki. And when he rediscovered Reiki and when he took it around and was giving it freely for a year to many villages in Japan, he would offer it for free and he would give them healing sessions, and people would come out of those sessions feeling very changed and refreshed. But as he made a circuit every year to go back to see those same villagers, he recognized that a lot of the work that he did didn't take. And he came to understand that in order for people to really appreciate something, they had to offer something that said, "I do appreciate it, and I give you this in in respect for what you offer, in respect for what you give from your heart and your soul and your mind." Uh, and thereby he established some kind of um, sacrifice payment plan for those people. It says, well, if you value this, you have to give something. Maybe it's pay it forward to others. Maybe it's give some kind of sacrifice to me. Maybe it's to give some kind of sacrifice to yourself and to let go of something that no longer serves you, but is a great token for someone else who might feel like what it could serve them. So the offering is really about the gift you want to give, the sacrifice you want to make, the offering that you want to hold for something of value within yourself. So what is your particular challenge? Queen of Swords. Um, Queen of Swords is, I think, the challenge for the Queen of Swords in kind of the lowest sense is to not feel like you need to keep track of someone's payment. Like you need to keep track of someone's actions. Like you need to hold somebody to account. That you need to really be, small and petty around something. The Queen of Swords in her highest realm is one of great understanding, and is one of great Solomonic knowledge, is one of great fairness and equality, and looking at all sides and making reasoned and seasoned and logical but heartfelt judgments about what needs to transpire and what needs to be exchanged. And it's a recognition that the heart needs to be involved, and it can't be just the head. But the Queen of Swords is very clear cut and can be very straight on, and not necessarily feel like she's heart centered, but she can be very head centered in the look for fairness and in the look for equality. So this is your challenge: to look out with a sense of fairness, to look out with a sense of equality, to look out with a sense of maybe you need to know more about what is going on for someone who opposes you or stands up against you or doesn't want to act in the way that you want them to act. Why are they not doing that? Why are they not living up to their bargain? Why are they not living up to uh, their commitment? Why are they not living up to your ideals? So the sense of what is the offering they're making to you. Maybe they don't have respect for it because they get nothing from you um, that makes them pay for it in some way. And maybe they're not willing to give you an offering because you're not holding what you give as something of value that they really need to lift themselves up to. So maybe this is the time of really listening deeply to someone else, because this is the action card. Links. It's the secret holder, not the secret keeper, but the secret holder of people's pain of people's questions, of great riddles of life, of great mysteries of being. The lynx was often called to be the cat that the Sphinx is based upon, and the great lynx, the great Sphinx of the desert, held the mystery of life, and people would approach the Sphinx with their riddles and their questions, and you had to, um, I think, bring a great offering to the Sphinx to say, I'm willing to give you this in exchange for an understanding around this question. And if you asked the right question to the Lynx, then the Lynx would give you the answer. But if you did not ask the right question, or ask it in the right way, or ask it with the right sense of respect and appreciation, then the Lynx would not offer you the solution or the answer to the riddle. And so this is really about, what are you doing? What do you expect as an offering, and what are you offering in return? What are you listening deeply to someone else's pain to really understand what is going on for them? What is their motivation? What is their pain? What is their problem? What is their fear? What is their hesitancy? And maybe they don't have a sense of value for what you offer, uh, because it's not presented in a way that brings them into it, that talks to them deeply about it, that shows them the worth of it, and they don't hold it in value. So therein is, uh, the question of how you approach people with respect, and respect for yourself. Do you ask for some kind of sacrifice to be made for you, for your work, and for your integrity, and for your honesty, and for your gifts? By the same token, are you doing that for someone else? Do you respect someone else enough to offer up your um, sacrifices, your offerings, uh, in order for you to really show that you respect them, and that you really respect where they're coming from? But if you don't understand where they're coming from, how do you know how really to respect them? How do you really know how to offer them what they need? So this is all about what you're coming from in your heart. The Queen of Swords is not necessarily heart-based, although the Queen is generally one of the most heart-based of all the sword cards, of all any of the cards. They're the king's thoughts in action as the queen, in employing those roles in life, and employing those dimensions of whatever the suit is: swords, mind, intellect, uh, judgments, communications. So on some level, your judgments and your communications are not doing the thing that they need to do this year at some point, and there needs to be a different way to understand the beauty, the power, the exchange, the value, the offering that's needed, so that it's more equitable, so that it's more heartfelt, as something that's of value to all parties, to all sides. Because if you're running it as a tyrant, the queens and kings can be tyrants sometimes, and small and petty, and look with their record keeper and their accounts, ledgers, and trying to keep everything on the up and up. But if somebody doesn't appreciate what it is, then you might not receive the payment you think you are supposed to get. So what is going on with that? And in that, does the final card come out, the sense of true justice? I think of honest justice, of fair justice, of asking for the truth to come forward from all parties, so everyone understands the offering that's given, and the sacrifice that's needed, to receive that offering with a sense of grace and truth and honesty and compassion. And thereby does the offering and the sacrifice both hold great power and great meaning and great potential for transformation and healing. And this is about you stepping into your truest sense of healing. I believe that in the understanding of how to offer things, and in the understanding of how to honestly appreciate sacrifice, yourself and from others. Do you get to be a wise healer this year? Do you get to be a wise shower? Do you get to answer some riddles that maybe have been missing from your life or from someone else's life. Maybe they just need a good shoulder to cry on. Maybe they just need a good understanding to give of their life. And maybe if you're can be the queen enough in her most upper echelon of being in her heart, but also being looking for the truth and looking for the fairness and looking for the balance and looking for the justice in situations. Does this bring forward a sense of fairness to you? Does this bring forth a sense of justice to you? Whichever end you're on, are you facing a queen that's doing that to you, or are you the queen that's doing that to somebody else? And in whatever regard, truth is required, honesty is required, listening is required, love is required, sacrifice and offering is required, so that there is a mutual sense of this is of value to both me and someone else. So blessed be Ahoma Takwayasa.